Hello everybody, Dennis Engelbrecht with the Family Business Institute and the CEO Roundtable Program for Contractors. Thanks for tuning in. I was at a strategic planning session yesterday with one of our clients and we were discussing quality control and that sort of devolved into an issue of punch list and how the punch list never seems to end. You do your punch list, then the architect does theirs, and then the owner comes in and does theirs, and every time they feel like they have to find new things. And it seems like a never-ending process. And of course, in today's construction world, that's very difficult because it's hard to get your trade contractors back to the job. If you are a trade contractor, it's expensive to demobilize where you're in production and come back to fix this one or two things. So it's really a sort of a pain in the butt to have those things affecting you as well. So, interesting thing, the owner of this company, and we give you credit on this one, stepped up and he said, anytime I did a punch list, I made sure I had all three of them there, and we went into whatever it was, the first room or a sample room or whatever, and we talked about what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. And I guess as a contractor, you look at a wall, and if you get the 3 or 4 inches away from that wall, you're going to see all kinds of things you don't see from 6 feet or 10 feet. So I guess there's some sort of rule of thumb that's where you're supposed to look at things from. But, if you look at a particular corner or something, you say, well, that treatment's okay or that treatment's not okay. And then you go out through the rest of the project and you apply the same thing. Perhaps you can avoid that, that nickel and dime kind of thing that can happen and that sort of thing. And basically just have what you're doing is coming to a prior agreement on what is an item that's acceptable, what's not acceptable, what needs to be fixed, and then hopefully getting all of them identified at once so that process goes a lot easier. So anyway, just thought that was a useful hint that many of you can take home and do. I had never heard it before. So anyway, Dennis Engelbrecht, Digging Deeper. Thanks for tuning in.